And as we step on the mic, man, you notice the difference. Heavenly blessed with the melanin, baby, you know that we winning. No time for the long talk, got 120 on the clock. Wednesday 8 through 10, all the bad vibes better stop. Cause you gotta come with that energy. Kazual Konvo, baby, come down and just sit with me. Lil' Coco be spitting that remedy. Kazual Konvo, baby, come down and just sit with me. You better take this shit serious. She dropping knowledge on head and it's free for the play. Tap in right now if you curious. We got the ham radio going lit every age. We go from people to family to pilots. Stay with me if you got something to say. Know it's important if we go acknowledge. Speak on the business and get out the way. What you gonna say about my mama? She winning, you rockhead.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Happy 4th, well, day before 4th of July for those who celebrate it. We're not going to talk about that. It's the Kazual Konvo show where we have talk about topics, conversations about topics that affect the community's personal and business relationships. We always have the Kazual Konvo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. I am the co-host, Boscoe from the Bronx, and I got my host who's always in the building, looking good, looking fly and all that. Coco's in the house. What up, y'all?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Yeah, I know that. I could have said that for you. What up, yo?
What's going on? How are you?
It's hot. It's summertime.
I know. It's going. Oh, hey, Fallon. It's been one of those days. One of those days, definitely. We got a lot.
Yeah.
We got a lot. I'm gonna change something. We're gonna do the mental health check-in first, and then let's do mental health check-in. Then we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna say even it's been a stressful last couple of weeks. Personally, professionally, all of those things. There were some highs and lows. I will say navigating it all has been heavy. However, I would ideally say I'm okay. And I'm going to say I'm okay because my support system is amazing.
Word.
I can honestly say I have been surrounded by people who checked on me and genuinely and was okay. I can say I've had the pleasure of engagement and conversation of an outlet that I needed in those times and in those moments where I could be vulnerable. So to those people, thank you. And I don't even think they understand how important that was or, anything like that. So I would say overall, because of that, I'm good.
Okay. Word. That's what's up. Yeah. I mean, it's been cool with me. It's a lot of work. That's all. A lot of changeover for people who just don't want to work, complaining that they're too much work. Right. And they don't realize what field they are in. We are in the food industry. We are chefs, and it can be stressful. But for me, I look at it. It's just food. I want to sound like LeBron James, but we've always said this before LeBron James said it. It's just food. Just cooking. Just do your thing. Don't let the other stuff stress you out. But for me, I'm good. I'm straight.
That's what's up. I'm not saying you're causing trouble. I like the jersey, by the way.
Oh, yeah. It's fly, don't it? Right?
Yeah, it really.
I got my Clayton Clark is on. I got that coming in. I can't look at my Angel Reese is on hold. So I ordered it. I'm just waiting for it. So I'm gonna have both of them. I got her LSU jersey, 22 coming.
Okay.
So yeah.
Hey, Paul.
What up, Paul?
So I want to say, before we get into your thoughts, I just want to give a breakdown of tonight. I think over the last couple of weeks, we were geared to a lot of things that our audience wanted to hear. But I think tonight is getting back to the essential reason of why we do this. And that is for the awareness purposes. And that today is something that I hold dear for several different reasons, professionally, personally, and all of those things. Is health literacy, mainly because over the last couple of weeks, I've seen a lot go on behind the scenes in the field of healthcare where it's going to heavily affect us and I'm not sure if everybody keeps up with that. So we kind of want to give a breakdown tonight of what's important, what's essential, why it's needed, some things like that, and then probably share like some experiences, things like that. Not to be boring, but I think it's great information to have, a good conversation to have.
Hmm.
And I'm excited to have that conversation. So I think tonight it'll be really purposeful of why this platform was
Yeah,
created for us.
yeah.
It's not messy. It's not, none of that. So I think today is like the start of really getting back to what the baseline of what casual convo is.
And I want to add to that. And we may discuss some things that people may feel offended by. We're not. We're talking about health. We're talking about specific, not community. So anything we're talking about is for the betterment of us all.
Your sound is horrible.
You said what?
There you go. That's about it. I don't know what was going on. You would sound like, it was giving Charlie Brown.
For some reason, I don't know what's going on with my internet here. I hold straight because they're doing
No,
some
it
work
was
up.
your microphone, but you good now. You
Oh,
clear.
okay. But like I said, don't take it personal. We do have an issue in our community about health on various levels. So take what we say as just advice, man. Because we love y'all and we love ourselves and we want to live as long as we can. You know, so that's that. As for my thoughts, I'm coming at the men who are husbands or make that commitment to be a husband. Um, and it's basically if you make that commitment to be a husband, I spoke on this a little bit last week. You automatically have responsibilities when you walk into the situation. These are non-negotiable things. Um, you walking in to be a provider. If you two decide on something else, okay, but you need to walk into it as the provider because us men always say, and I know someone's going to take a part of this clip and say, yeah, he's a simp. No, it's not no simping. This is us being men. This is what we were taught coming up. If we want the peace that we ask for, we want the punani, of course, and and the duties of a housewife, we have to do the things to earn those things, and if it comes to you have to carry the load, you have to carry the load. If you're making babies and you're already in a um, stressful situation, then you got an issue. She may not have the protection to protect herself, but you as the man have to say, okay, right now is not the time for us to be having children. You have to come strapped because if you're not strapped and that baby come, you can't make any excuses saying that. Well, it's both of us because you have a responsibility. And children, I don't want to call children property. I don't mean it that way, but children cost. It costs a lot of money to raise, and you got an 18-year commitment. So, man, when you say, okay, you're going to get put this ring on her finger, remember, there's a whole lot of responsibilities inside that ring. You have no more excuses after that. You got to handle your business. And this is from an OG. No questions asked. Don't run to your mother. Don't run to your father. Don't run to your friends. You got to do it because you made that decision. That's it.
Yes, Fallon, that is Bosco talking. So before we start and get into right into it, I'm gonna go through some of the comments because you guys are here today. So Fallon said, "Hey y'all." Paul said, "Hey y'all," and then Fallon said, "Yes, you was muffled." And then Paul said, "Your sound was horrible."
I don't know what's going
And
on.
I replied to Fallon AF. Um, and then Mama Unique said, That's a cool shirt there, Idris. Then Fallon put the eyes up and she said, talk about it. And then Paul said, I'm so tired of hearing that simp. And then my mama said, hola, mi baby Miss Coco. I said, hey, lady.
Yeah,
And then Fallon said, oh, wait, hold up. Is this Bosco talking? OMG.
it's me.
Mama Eunice said, I'm late, but a ring means life to me.
Yeah, Paul. I'm tired of the simp thing too. But you know how it is. People call you a simp because you start talking about things that make some sense. They want a lot of us men to just be like, nah, forget that bitch. I'm doing this, you know. And it's not simp. It's, you a OG, like you more of an OG than I am. You know how we came up. You got to handle your business. It's not simple. It's called being a man. You do have simps out there though who just but this is called being a man, and they don't seem to understand it. But you know what's up. You've been walking this earth longer than me. I respect you because you my OG. That rhymed. It was supposed to rhyme, but it rhymed. Let's get on with the show.
Okay, so again, today, what we are talking about is health literacy.
Hmm.
This one, again, as I stated in the beginning, this is like the essential reason of what we do, right? Of why we are here, why we come together every week and do this. Is very dear to me. One, because I know it's a really cliche, health as well, but I don't think
Hmm.
we understand the significant meaning that has. And I know a lot of times we ignore our bodies.
Hmm.
We do a lot of things and we make it in a lane of affordability. We all know healthcare is unaffordable,
Yes.
especially to us in certain communities, right?
Yeah.
Um, One of the things I mentioned earlier, which was why I wanted to really get back to what casual convo is. Like we have fun, we give you guys what you want, but
Hmm.
the main thing is awareness and to make sure that we are in the know and we have those boring conversations that we normally would not have amongst the masses. But I don't think it's boring. The reason being is because while we're worried about what not let me rephrase. So if you hear me go back, that's me working on my delivery because that's me self-reflecting and understanding. I want my message to be clear. I
Hmm.
don't want to offend anybody, so bear with me, okay? um when we are focused on the Diddy situation, the sexy raids and all of those things,
Hmm.
the sessions and the laws of healthcare that's being passed is not for
Hmm.
us.
Right.
It's not for us. So I want us to take our health important. And then maybe once we start really filling up these rooms, one of these primary care doctors,
Hmm.
they'll start to look and say, this is what's needed. And we're not going to get secondhand care. And I want to make sure everybody understand what quality of care means and what you deserve when you go to your doctor's office and the questions that it's okay to ask. And that is your safe space to get the treatment that you need. That's what they get paid for. I
Right.
don't care what insurance you have. I don't care what you look like.
Use
I
it.
don't care how much money you got in your bank account. You are
Hmm.
still supposed to get quality of care and standard of care services,
Right.
not bottom of the barrel and pushed along.
Right.
And there are other things to say. So, with that being said, we're going to talk about what is health literacy. You want to take a go?
It's no. I mean, basically, it's like any other type of literacy. It's knowing. Um, it's just knowing. Period. Literacy. Period. You got illiteracy, you got literacy. Literacy. Knowing, illiteracy, not knowing. It's about knowing about your health, man. Knowing what you need, knowing what needs to be done. For one thing, stop putting it off. Saying I'm gonna do it today, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'm gonna do it next week. Stop putting it off because it only takes one moment and your life is over with, or your life changes. You could be feeling good today and have a heart attack 5 minutes later, not even know it. You know, um, you can get to a wreck. I mean, God forbid, but you can get to a wreck and change your whole life totally. And those around you are going to be affected because those around you may have to take care of you, and you don't know who can you trust to care for your health. So while you're here in those same mind, you need to know what's going on and
And
know
I'm
how to
going
tackle it.
yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit deeper.
Mm-hmm.
into the specifics. So pretty much it's when you are able to find, understand, and
Mm-hmm.
utilize the services
That's yeah.
that's best for what you need for your overall health and
Yep.
care.
Right.
Everybody's body's different. We can't go off of someone else. We want you guys to understand and know where you can find information, how you can understand the information, and how you can utilize it for
Mm-hmm.
you and what's best for you so that you can make the best decision for your overall health. And I think it's important for everybody to know that that you guys have autonomy over your health, meaning you are more involved in your care than what you say. You have to, your voice is heard when it comes to you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does not have the same approach to medicine, things like that. Whether you want a holistic approach, that's on the come up.
Yeah.
That's incorporated in your plan now.
Yep.
A lot of these health insurances, whether it's Medicare, Medicaid, holistic
Mm-hmm.
treatment is available.
Yep.
Inquire about it if that's what you want. It's no reason, and it's covered.
Yep.
Um, the reason why it's important. One, we always say, "Oh, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna sleep when I do this." You are replaceable. Let's just say this,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to learn that. If you don't feel good, stay home.
Yep.
That's why you have sick time, sick and safe,
Mm-hmm.
PTO. If you don't
Yep.
have PTO, all right, still take that because guess what? If you crash on that job and you can't work, 9 times out of 10, after a certain period of time, they will replace you.
Yeah.
So your health is wealth. If you're not healthy, you can't make money. If
Right.
you're not healthy, you can't provide for your family. If you're not healthy, you can't provide for you. At the end of the day, the overall start and end all be all is you. Um, and I think it's also important for us to have an understanding like when we don't understand health and how to identify where to find it, when you know you don't feel right and everybody know you know what's something going on. Oh, I don't want to sit in the doctor's office. I don't want to go here. I don't want to go there. Okay, you don't have to go to the emergency room.
Mm-hmm.
Go to your primary care doctors. A
PCP.
lot of people, and what I've seen, um, from an experience level,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of us don't have a primary care doctor. A
Right.
lot of us don't know where to start to find a primary care doctor, mainly because I get it, they don't look like us, right? All right. So even if they don't look like you, find the one. The thing is, you can surf and
Mm-hmm.
search and meet whoever you want. That's the gatekeeper of your health. And when I say gatekeeper, that's the person. It's like the octopus.
Mm-hmm.
That's the little the head piece, right? And then they
Yep.
got the tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
That center is what moves the tentacles to what you need and navigate that. But you're the brain because you have to tell them what you want, what you need. You have to be honest with what's going on with you, what aches and
Mm-hmm.
pains you're having. If even if something feels a little off, you might be like, "Oh, I felt a little woozy earlier. I didn't know if I was hungry, if it was or what," because then it comes into other questions that provider is able to know. And I think the biggest misperception, and I'm gonna say from a period of when I did triage,
Mm-hmm.
doing that people assume we know when you walk in.
Right.
And then the first thing people say when they leave, motherfuckers don't want to help me. But what
Mm-hmm.
did you say? We can only help with what you give. If you don't say what it is that you need or what's going on with you, there's no way. Oh, I know I'm lying. I did it. Um, oh shit. Oh, sorry. My
No, you
computer.
good.
So there's no way for us to know what it is that we need to treat.
Yeah.
You're in pain. If I can't, and a lot of times we don't want to mistake our observation. You
Mm-hmm.
can say you're in pain. Now, of course, if you killed over in pain, I'm going to focus on what's that's going on right here, right? Because that's an observation. But if you tell me I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I can only do what you allow me to do,
Right.
unless it's critical, right?
Yep.
So when you go into I don't care if the pain was last week. I had a pain last week. That shit was fucking me up. I don't want that shit to
Mm-hmm.
come back. I took a little bit of ibuprofen. It's like those are essential because that's documented. So if
You
you
know
have
something?
this again, we know to look out for those things. So get your BP checked, get your sugar checked, get your blood work done routinely. That's what your primary care doctor do. Your urine. You can tell a lot
Hmm.
of urine, blood, all of those things. Those are things that you really want to maintain. Don't be scared because a lot of times we will wait until it's too late.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the treatments, the preventative measures are like, shit, we can't go there because now we gotta go
Hmm.
extreme. Now you mad. But if you'd have came in the beginning, it might have been more treatable. Did that
You know
make sense?
something? When I was an EMT, and even when I worked inside a clinic, when I was an EMT, we got somebody who was conscious or whatever. If they was able to talk, the first thing I asked them, "Where's the pain? Where and what from 1 to 5? How was it?" If they was able to communicate, if they couldn't talk, but they was like they was able to hear me and respond, I would hold their hand, like squeeze my hand. If the pain is, so I would know. I'm like, okay, and talking about the blood pressure and stuff. Get yourself a blood pressure cuff. Once you got one, your things last forever. Get a blood pressure cuff. Check your blood pressure and chart it each day. Like me, eat with me. I got high blood pressure.
Hmm.
I check it in the morning and I check it in the evening and I write it down all the time, all the time. And as for PCP, which is primary care, physician, when I got mine, like in my military records, they know certain things I don't want a man to deal. Like for my mental, I don't want to talk to a man. I'd rather talk to a woman. But other than that, I don't mind. But see, when I got my doctor, I got personable with him. I let him know how I am. I talked to him so whenever he saw me, he like I don't mind talking to him because we got that relationship to where he knew my mother. He knew about my mother when he knew everything about my mother when she passed away. He knew my hobbies. He knew me, and I still got him now. Like having like 5 or 6 years now, but he knows me. Yo, how's your daughter? Da da da. She's still doing the catering. You still doing art? Da 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 da. You know, he asked me stuff like that because we got so personable to where when I went to talk to him, we talked like we knew each other. Now, if you go to see a doctor and you got this attitude, that's going to turn him or her off. And whenever you come, he's going to try to, or she's going to try to rush you out as fast as she can. You can't go in there with a pissy attitude. Talk to the doctor or talk to the nurse. Be like, hey, I'm feeling this pain. I've been feeling, and be honest with them. Don't sit there and say, yeah. I mean, it comes and goes sometimes. No, if it hurts, be like, yo, that shit hurt. You tell them it hurts.
Can I piggyback on one thing
Yeah.
from a professional standpoint? I'm gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put on another hat.
Mm-hmm.
Even if a person comes in with an attitude,
Mm-hmm.
we are trained
Yeah.
to not take it personal. I'm gonna explain to you
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
When you walk through that door,
Mm-hmm.
you come to a healthcare professional the same way. When I'm not at work and I go in my doctor's office, I'm coming in for a service that I need.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in pain, I might not be in my best of moods. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a mental space, I might not be in the best of moods.
Yeah. I
Now,
mean, I don't
should,
mean it that way. I
no,
mean,
no,
I
no.
mean,
I
yeah.
know, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
should I, do that? Because sometimes that's where it stems from. I'm gonna give an example from a couple
Mm-hmm.
years ago. I never forget. I
Mm-hmm.
had somebody come in, just like how you root added from the get, like everything was, uh, it wasn't. She had she hurt. Instead of her
Yeah.
saying, I'm hurting. You know what I mean? Help me. She gave out a whole lot. So that's what I mean when I
Mm-hmm.
say a
Yeah.
lot of things we don't know
Mm-hmm.
until one we assess it
Mm-hmm.
and we have that conversation and it's you have to let us know. We
That's
can't
what I mean by
figure
be
out
be
like
personable. That's what I mean
yeah,
by be
so
personable. Yeah.
yeah,
Just
so I'm
yeah.
not saying that y'all get a pass though. Right. I'm not saying y'all get a pass.
Yeah.
But I also think it's important to also hold your healthcare professional accountable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even if you if that's not even their intent, the action should not be to not give you quality care.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They still
Yeah.
supposed to provide the same service
Oh yeah.
they would give to anybody else, regardless of based on what. Even with dealing with the public and dealing with anybody, like any other job with the public, you deal with personalities,
Mm-hmm.
behaviors across the spectrum. Some of those
Definitely.
things you got to eat.
Yeah.
Now, have I always been like this? No. I was one of the ones I like, I'll meet you up. Listen,
Yeah.
what? But that also comes with understanding and
Mm-hmm.
experience too. To understand, sometimes the shit don't be about us. Sometimes that
Mm-hmm.
lets me know based on your behavior, you may need something that I'm not equipped to give you in that moment. So
Right.
I need to recuse myself and maybe get someone who can handle that and get to the root of what it is that you need. Now, what I do now, I can understand some of them behaviors could be psych related,
Mm-hmm.
it could be pain related, it could be a number of things. And then some people just need to get that out, right? Once they get it out, you let them sit for a couple minutes. Hey, let's try this again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then you may have a different thing. And then sometimes people start to vent and it gives you all the information that you need to help them and to navigate what it is that they need for as they care, right? Um, but what I will say is that's not to say dish out your bad day on your healthcare professional.
Yeah.
What I'm encouraging is be upfront and honest. What's wrong? Why are you there? If you know you got stuff oozing out your cooch or your pee pee, say that.
Yeah.
Don't be scared. Don't be none of that. I mean, I know that was a bad reference, but say that. We can't assume that's why you're there.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is the assumption of your healthcare professional know instantly what's wrong. Unless
Mm-hmm.
you coming out bleeding out the side of your neck, we don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah.
If it's
Know what you.
internal, we need you to communicate that. If there's some things going on within your family, on your family history, we need to know those things because some things can be genetic, even mental. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't be, don't be embarrassed to talk within that office. It's HIPAA for a reason. It's confidentiality clauses for just for that purpose. That's between you and that person. Unless you're willing to take yourself out of it, you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
changes. So I think it's also important to read that rights and responsibilities. That's for you.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the patients don't understand they do have rights.
Yeah.
If you feel like you're being brushed off, report it.
Yeah.
That's why they have legal teams. That's why, and they don't want lawsuits. Report it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got to hold everybody accountable to get the best care that you need.
Hi.
You got anything else on that?
Nah.
So I think the next one I wanted to go to was I think also in seeing a primary care doctor, as myself included, weight management is a thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, your weight go up and down and all of that stuff. Nutrition is important. Why? That's where we get our energy from. That's what promotes our body.
Yeah.
our, that's what makes our body function. Is what we feed it. And I think we just had a conversation right before the show started. We were talking about like nutrition, food deserts, and things like that. That's probably a whole nother show. But I know people say I can eat what I want to eat. Yeah, but you are what you eat, buddy.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I mean, as a person who works out, I think you can probably expound more on that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we kind of brainwash ourselves, and this is where people might get pissed off at what I say, but it doesn't. It applies to all of us as a community. We, how can I say it? It's like we sometimes we eat just. I don't even. I know I can't put the right words together. Sometimes we act like we don't care. It's like gluttony, and we are what we eat. And sometimes we praise ourselves. Um, we praise ourselves for the wrong things.
Right.
Like I've seen how we've gained weight, we criticize each other, we do, and then we lose weight, we criticize each other. And like, so which way? I mean, I'd rather someone lose weight. I'm a freaking congratulate them because I know they're trying to care for their health. But see,
Mm-hmm.
we fool each other. Like I'm a big guy, I'm a big guy, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and and I
Can
say
I,
I'm
can I
fat.
pause for 1 second? Can I
Yeah,
answer all?
yeah,
I just thought. So it's a saying that Paul says my problem is that I have trouble telling exactly what it is that is going on with me. I don't feel my pain is describable. Um, that is not to be ignored. What I will say, I'm not giving professional advice at all because I'm not a doctor. What a suggestion, try as best as you can, and say that exactly that. I don't know how to describe it because I feel it's undescribable. They may ask, okay, try Mack truck, two of them, Mack truck and a boulder. You know what I'm saying? Like you can try and give a level, and then they may give you a scale, 1 to 10, 50. You know what I mean? You're
yeah,
gonna try. I would just say don't ignore it and not say, but try. They will take it from there. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they get paid the big money to do. Is to try to is to figure out. And a lot of times, with treatment, the first option is not always the end all be all. It's still a trial period. And I think a lot of times we get into a mind frame, myself included, when I go fix me
hmm,
and I don't want to come back fix me today. Sometimes you have to, and I think the importance is also follow up when you're supposed to. Even if you can't and if you miss an appointment, it's okay, make another one. But make sure you follow up. But no one should be in pain when you have health care that's available for you. Anybody with a social security number can have insurance. Get it.
yeah. And I think that's the one thing we need to hark on too about insurance.
Okay.
Insurance goes a. I mean, I'm just saying, insurance goes a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I don't care what it is. And you can't be discriminated against because of the type of insurance you have. And I mean, I know
right.
the rule of thumb is they'll be like, oh, if I had commercial insurance, I'm going to the vet quicker, or I'm getting this best services. And you have some doctor's offices that don't take it, right? Okay,
Yeah,
whatever. But those ones who do, they are still supposed to provide to you the standard of care and quality of care. If you feel like you're not getting the quality of care that you deserve or that you feel like you deserve, report it and follow up with it. I
yeah,
strongly encourage that. People think it doesn't do anything. Trust me, it does. Because if everybody
mm,
start really making us think about the treatment that they receive, especially if they feel like it's prejudice, diversity is a thing, culturalism is a thing, and the culture of an environment, they are supposed to be culturally aware of the
yeah.
population of people that they serve. You should never feel like you're being treated unfairly based off of your economic status or what you look like.
Right.
So that's like significant.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but yeah, insurance goes a long way. Whether it's dental, health, even life insurance. And I know everyone can't afford it. That's true. But if you can't afford it, get it. Even Medicaid. I
It's free.
mean,
If
yeah,
you have a social security number,
yeah,
you qualify for insurance. Even if they say you don't, because the bracket of income for Medicaid has increased. Even if you're above that, that's when what is called like the Obamacare. I think
yeah,
they call it Trump whatever something
yeah,
now.
yeah,
You qualify for that, and it's not as expensive as what people think. But nobody should not have insurance. When I see if undocumented can listen, get that stuff that y'all entitled to. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, yeah. Get something, man.
Listen, and Lamont, you may be correct, and that's why we having this conversation today, because even with that, as far as healthcare, you do have rights. That That Bill of Rights that they have, they're called patient rights and responsibilities that you're supposed to get every time you go to the doctor's office or to the ED, and we toss to the side. I encourage everybody to read it. It'll change your life.
Yeah.
Oh, it's something else. Before we get back into nutrition, can I mention one thing? I didn't put it on here, but I think it's important. Um, Advanced Directive. If you haven't heard of it, you may go to your doctor's office and they're going to ask you, do you have one? I encourage everybody to get one.
Yeah.
So pretty much what that is, we like to call it like a living medical will. Like in the event of an emergency and you can't speak for yourself, like during a phase of unconsciousness, or you just cannot speak, it's on file with your doctor's office, the hospitals that you frequent. And we usually encourage, well, here, we usually encourage people to carry one on your person. If anything's happened to you in a medical emergency and you cannot speak for yourself, it details who can make a decision in the event that you cannot speak for yourself, but it details what you want communicated, and it's even online. If you Google advanced directive, the document is online. You can print it out and take it to your healthcare professional, and they will go over it with you if you have any questions or whatever. But they should be asking you. But I do strongly encourage everybody to have one on file.
Yeah.
Okay, go back to nutrition. I'm sorry.
Oh no, no, we straight. Yeah, we just gotta take it seriously, man, about our nutrition because we just eat. We know high blood pressure run and diabetes are like the main killers of us. I mean, but we do it, and it's like we say, "Well, I don't care. I don't care what die anyway." And I mean, that's a foolish thing to say because I had an aunt that died of diabetes. I had a few relatives that died of diabetes, and but I had one aunt that, man, it was horrible, man. She had to get her toes cut off and half of her foot cut off, and I had a homie. I don't even know if he's living right now. He's much younger than me. He basically got his foot cut off up to his ankle. Diabetes, yeah. I don't even like I said, I don't even know if he's living. I need to look him up on Facebook. I hadn't spoken to him in a while. I don't even know if he's living. And see, people don't take it serious. I mean, yo, and I know it's not easy, you know, because we eat out, you know, and we have families, and sometimes we don't want to cook and stuff like that. But we gotta have some type of discipline. There's I like me, I've changed my diet totally. I don't even eat fried foods. I stopped eating fried foods. I don't know how long. I don't even have sugar in my house. I got honey. I don't I don't I don't use the artificial sugar.
I
None of
ain't
that.
lying.
I'm not saying we don't. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I mean,
Yeah.
I still get down. I still get down, but I've changed it because I'm 60 now, and I
Right.
slow and nothing can happen overnight.
Hmm.
Don't try to just go cold turkey and say, okay, I'm gonna stop eating this today. I'm gonna stop eating this tomorrow. You can't do it.
You know
You
what
gotta
I found
take your time,
value
man.
that we don't utilize as a community?
What's that?
The nutritionist.
We don't.
Um, that's really of no cost.
Right.
But and a lot of times, uh, even your primary care doctor can go over some options. I think we look at it as we have to alleviate things from our diet. No, a lot of times, depending on you, but I always the reason why I gear everybody back to their primary care doctor because, like I said, everybody's overall health is the same. What works for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for the other person. And I think we oftentimes, a lot of us, especially people who work in healthcare, we
Hmm.
the worst. We the worst patients
Yeah.
ever.
We are.
But also talk to your doctor because they know what's going on with you, right? Your primary care, again, that's your gatekeeper of everything. They
Yeah.
can tell you what's best for you, what things you need to do in moderation or cut out. And a lot of times, in my personal experience, I haven't witnessed someone to say go cold turkey. Just you can't do that no more. No, okay, gradually do certain things, because certain nutrients your body still needs. If you want to just, okay, you go from eating everything under the sun to I'm going vegan tomorrow. Your body is going to go in shock and it could trigger some things.
Yeah.
So before we start these diets and all of that stuff, talk to your doctor, especially if you have like high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, heart disease, or anything going on, acid reflux, anything going on with you.
Yeah.
Talk to your doctor about any diet changes, something, anything that you're willing to do outside of your norm,
Yeah.
because they can advise you the best way to go about doing it.
Yeah.
And
That's
if
yeah.
you like me, we gotta be realistic.
Mhm.
I can't wake up the morning and be 55 pounds lighter.
No.
Cause
No.
me,
It's,
I feel like if I ate a salad today, tomorrow
you'll be
my food are gone.
you're gonna be hungry. That's what I mean. Yeah, you're gonna be hungry, man. That's why don't don't try to go cold turkey. Don't try to do no dramatic changes. Do that stuff gradually. Do a
Yeah.
little bit. This don't be like I'm gonna stop eating fried foods today, knowing tomorrow the 4th of July, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna go out there and fry some fish because we love fried fish. We get that. I love fried fish. You know what I mean? We like fried chicken. So
And then
don't.
sometimes it's the oil. That's what I'm saying. Like
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. The
um,
oil.
your doctor may recommend seeing a nutritionist. I say go. Honestly, the nutritionist helped me a lot,
Me too.
a lot, a
Me too.
lot. And I was like, oh. And then sometimes I can be transparent. Like for me, and I think the biggest misconception of people who are extremely plush
Mm-hmm.
or plus size
Mm-hmm.
is that we eat a lot.
Yeah.
I can
Depression.
honestly say I had an adverse reaction. I wasn't eating enough. So my body was storing, and it was storing things that was causing me to gain. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times, that's why I say your primary care doctor, and if you work with a nutritionist, they can help you develop eating habits and lifestyle. Where so, oh shit, I ain't got to cut nothing out. I just need to eat a little bit more. Then a little bit more made me need to be a little bit healthier to balance
Mm-hmm.
it out. But they can actually guide you on how to eat and how to give your body the energy and the nutrients it needs. Plus, I think a lot of times we don't understand. Not only is it about our physical overall well-being, well-being, um, our diet affects our mental.
Yeah.
Um, And a lot of times, people say, "Oh, when you eat better, they be like, I feel so much better." A lot of that is mental because a lot of the
It is.
anxiety, a lot of depression, and all of that stuff go away. And
Mm-hmm.
some people think, "Oh, I'm gonna exercise and I'm gonna just lose it, or if I just do this." But a lot of times, we don't understand that exercise and diet go hand in hand,
Yeah.
and especially for your overall um, mental health. Like it's mainly what you eat. Truthfully, I ain't even gonna hold you. If you work out every day and you eat like something ain't right, because you can still
Mm-hmm.
be affecting something else internally. So when we say go hand in hand, not to say that you can't have what you want. I would say moderation. I wouldn't say eat out every day all day. Maybe pick a day that you may indulge.
And don't starve yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be like, well, I'm not going to eat breakfast. I'm not going to eat lunch. I'm just going to eat dinner. Your body needs that stuff to get through the day. So don't be like, I'm not going. I'm gonna skip breakfast. I'm gonna skip lunch and I'm gonna eat dinner, or I'm gonna eat a big
Don't do
breakfast.
what I'm doing.
What's that?
Huh?
We're doing what? What you mean? Drinking the wine? Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with a little wine.
Who said that?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Said I had one.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. Water, soda. That's my weakness.
What?
Soda.
You know what I did? I remember when I lost all the weight.
Hmm.
That's when I was actively working with my primary care doctor, my
Yeah.
nutritionist. Um, my diet, I pretty much was eating what I wanted,
Yeah.
but I had an increase of veggies, and my snacks was like fruits, different things like that. Now I did because I don't like sugar. I don't like sugary things,
Hmm.
so I leaned more towards natural sugars. That was something that helped me like with my smoothies and all of those things. And I substituted a lot of things with like yogurt and honey, and it was great.
Yeah,
Like it was great.
yeah, um, yeah. With me, like I eat a breakfast. I don't eat lunch not because I try to skip it. Just I be so busy during the day, but I drink a hell of a lot of water, and I eat a good dinner. Like so, my problem with soda is like if I'm at work and I feel like I'm running out of energy, I won't drink a whole bottle,
Right.
but I'll drink a good 8 ounces just to get through the rest of the night, and that's my problem because I love pineapple Fanta, that and root beer. I,
Coffee is my weakness. Gotta have it.
I'm not a coffee.
But you know what? Would change. I had now. I don't drink as much coffee,
Yeah,
but I went from I don't use sugar. I may use a little bit of creamer.
yeah,
Um, and that'd be it, and that'd be good. But I tried to I had to stop though. I did the military diet,
yeah,
and I was you gotta drink it black. It wasn't bad.
yeah. I can't. I'm not a coffee drinker anyway. I
Shit,
tried black coffee. I was like, I can't drink
I gotta have it
I cannot drink black coffee.
every day. If I don't have no coffee in the morning, don't talk to me. And that's to the point. People who know me know they be like, "What's? Oh, that ain't the right cup." You right?
The tea though,
Black cup.
I
Hmm.
drink tea. I love some tea though.
What kind of tea?
Don't matter. I love tea. I put a little
Girl,
cream in there. Yeah,
you know what I became a fan of?
yeah.
Peppermint tea.
I don't know if I had peppermint tea before.
Peppermint tea is with some like what's it called? Hibiscus.
Oh yeah, hibiscus. Yeah,
What is it called?
hibiscus, man. Like hibiscus. Hibiscus, man.
I like that.
Yeah, I love some tea though. I guess down with some tea.
I don't do that. I think what else? Um with that, with nutrition, I think a, I don't want I want to alleviate healthy. I want to say balance. A balanced diet could lessen or alleviate developing chronic illnesses such as high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, heart disease, stroke, and some cancer. Oh shit, that's how you got nervous.
You said what?
You got nervous.
Oh no, this thing sucks, man. It won't stay still, man.
So yeah, so I think that's also important to say. Um, Immune system. I think during COVID, that was a everybody was on immune support. So I think that most people continued with a lot of the regimens that we did during COVID for immune. But I think it's important to keep those things up, even outside of COVID, outside of winter, just like all year round. Because what we put in our bodies in it is a immune booster. And productivity. It says people with proper nutrition are generally more productive. So, are you more productive?
Oh yeah.
How?
What when I'm dieting or whatever?
Hmm.
Because I put more work into what I do because I'm like just say just like today I had a pretty good eating day.
Hmm.
Because of that, I'll go hit the gym. Like and even so, like today I didn't work today, but I did a lot of work and I ate pretty even. And it just pumped me up like, okay, I'm eating good, I'm feeling good, and I just did a lot of activity. And
Hmm.
I just felt, I'm trying to clean my house, but they're redoing my kitchen. But even around the house, I did what I could do. I was out in the yard. I even took me a walk around the park a few times. So just because I know I ate well and I know what I ate, I was burning off. So when I eat dinner tonight, which I haven't yet, I eat and I could eat a good meal without really blowing it up because I drank a lot today.
Go ahead and eat dinner yet. You fucking up.
Same reason I didn't really eat lunch. I was been busy all day.
How we gonna have this conversation? You just
But see, I ate a good breakfast. I
you
mean,
not supposed to
it's not like I
admit
didn't eat lunch. I mean, I didn't sit down and have a lunch. I had some fruit. I had a lot. I mean, God, fruit because I got I got fruit that I got in little quart containers, plastic quart containers. I cut them up at work, put them in quart containers, and I got them and I keep them. I eat them, and that was my lunch. It kept me hydrated and it filled me up. Plus, I drank a lot. That was my lunch basically because I was always on the move. I couldn't sit down and eat.
how we gonna tell people have a well balanced diet? You talking about I eat shit all
Fruit is a good thing. I
day.
mean, I had a whole quart container of fruit, and I had two of those, two full packed quart containers of fruit, and I drink a lot. You know, I mean, you could do that, but I mean, if you're gonna eat lunch, go ahead and eat your lunch. But I couldn't sit down anywhere and eat because I was so busy. I couldn't just sit down and say, okay, I'm gonna stop at because I didn't want to stop at a fast food restaurant, and I was too far from home. I didn't want to stop at McDonald's and like that and eat. I was like, I don't want because I had that little thing at McDonald's this morning. I said I don't want to do it twice in one day. But I had my little fruit cups. You know how much of a quart of fruit is?
We gonna change the subject.
I ain't got. I ain't got. I don't have a quart container right now. It's just about like that. A fruit stacked to the rim, pineapple, watermelon, mango, all that stuff in there. Man, I was so full from eating that and drinking
Drinking what? You keep saying drinking. What was you drinking?
water.
Oh,
I had a bunch of water. I drank like today. I drank about a gallon and a half of water, and I had a Gatorade.
okay.
Yeah. So I was so full. If I really sat down and eat, I wouldn't be able to eat because I was full.
Well, you know, y'all New Yorkers overly explain when y'all get caught up in stuff.
We
You just trying to explain that whole situation
yeah.
away.
I gotta make sure you got to get the picture. You know what I mean? But
You
yeah,
right. I
you
ain't
know.
eat nothing to you.
But if you
Know,
can eat lunch, sit down and eat lunch. Don't try to go because your body still needs some type of nutrients, man. And don't like I said, don't try to just lose the weight off that. Like I'm gonna start because I gotta lose it. Do it gradually, man. Don't go cold turkey.
just have realistic expectations because
Yeah,
my expectation these days are unrealistic. I want to eat some celery today and tomorrow.
I love celery. Celery with some ranch dressing.
I'll be snatched,
I
but
like
it don't work that way. So realistic expectations. Question for you: how important is health literacy, or does it benefit children?
yeah.
Like, why?
Because see, if you're feeding, look at the kids when we came up compared to the kids now. Net back then, the kids were active. We fed them. They were good to go to where kids today. Just a lot of them are just they're like 10 years old, weighing like 190, 200 pounds. Like, damn, how old is he? Oh, he's only 10. Ain't he big? Yeah, that little nigga big.
Okay, let's dissect this really quickly.
Hmm.
I'm gonna give a little.
Well, up north, I say in New York because when I moved down here to the south, I saw the kids in New York were like fit. They could run the marathon. The kids down here like they couldn't even walk to the front door. And I was like,
Okay,
damn.
so that's cultural. One, two.
No, it was the white kids too. It wasn't just the black kids. It's the
I
white
think
kids too.
I think it's,
I ain't gonna put this all on our people. It was the white kids too.
I think it's important, like for especially when it comes to children,
Hmm.
we gotta stop assuming that
Stop.
the child is just eating all the time. Not saying you, just in
Yeah,
general.
yeah, yeah.
I know we see a lot of times, especially like when it comes to social media, if someone posts their child, in a positive light, nothing. We are harsh. Oh, the kid needs some veggies. You don't know what's going on with that child's overall health that
Yeah.
could cause them to be the weight that they are.
True.
You don't know if that parent is doing everything that they can within the guidelines given to help that child. So I think sometimes before we assume and judge even in adulthood, um, we have a tendency to think because a person is overweight, they're unhealthy or they're not active. or they're not this. So I think before we start making assumptions of a person is lazy, eat all day, do this, that, and the third, understand there could be some health risks or health issues that cause, you know, excessive weight or fluid. Also, I have seen a lot
Let
of
me ask you this question
unhealthy.
then.
Hold on, I've seen a lot of unhealthy small people. What's up?
Okay, let me ask you this question. You got a mother and father. Both of them niggas like over 400 pounds. You got 4 or 5 kids. All of them obese, and they're not even 12 years old.
Hmm.
You gonna tell me? And I'm not trying to sound like some Republican because I'm not a Republican. You know, people think I'm a
No,
Republican.
let's talk
I'm
about it.
not opinions.
Hmm.
If they are, if the whole family's that big,
Hmm.
I'm not going for the kids got the issues when the parents and everybody's like huge.
Okay, you want to have the conversation?
Sure. Now
So
it can happen. However,
fix
maybe
it.
I'm a pessimist.
Fix it. Oh yeah, that's what I said. Fix it.
Maybe I'm a
So what
pessimist.
I will say
But
is,
I agree. I agree.
I agree.
That could be an issue.
It could be genetics. One, um, big bone is a thing.
No,
Two,
it ain't.
no, I promise you. Look it up.
No, it ain't. Nope.
Look it
I'm
up.
not going for that. I'm
Look
not
it
going
up.
for that. I'm not
Look it
going for
up.
that. I'm not
Look
going
it
for
up.
that. I'm
Look
gonna
it up
look it up.
right now.
I'm going for that.
Look it up right now.
You know why I'm not going for that.
I, this
I'm
you
gonna
didn't.
I'm gonna give you a reason why I'm
Okay,
not going for it.
but look it up.
It's true, but I'm gonna tell you why I'm not going for it.
How you gonna say it's true, but you're
Listen,
not
listen.
going for it?
I'm
You ain't
gonna
let
tell you.
me finish.
I'm gonna explain why. The
Hmm.
reason I'm not going for that excuse is because a lot of people like to use that excuse.
Like me.
But see, see, but a lot of people like to use that excuse. But see, the thing about that excuse is they don't try to do anything to fix any other issues. They say that,
What
but
I
they keep with the bad habits that we just finished talking about at the top
okay.
of the show. They keep and then they say I do it because I want to do it. I want to do it. They don't show any. And see, that's why I keep saying you women don't show no accountability. And I'm gonna say that because they use that
What that
excuse.
gotta do with that
I'm getting
women?
ready,
See,
I'm
that's
getting
what
ready
we
to explain it to you.
talking about.
I'm getting ready to explain it to you
What?
because you know who the only ones that say that?
Who?
Women.
Bullshit.
Women are the most. Women say it most of the time. Men do say, but how often do you hear men say it compared to women?
A lot.
Women say that shit up.
A lot.
You better put your right hand to God and swear He strike your ass dead. Women say it more than
You
men.
know I used to do trios.
Women say
And I've heard a lot of men come in there and be
you heard
like,
a lot of men, but who says it most? Women say it most.
no,
Don't give me that, Coco.
no,
You ain't getting out of this one. You ain't getting
no.
out of this
I'm
one.
not trying to. I
Women
just
say
made
it
a
more than
statement
men.
and you went all the way off.
But getting back to explaining why I
But
said
you
I'm not
told me it wasn't a thing. I want you to
no.
look it up. And I want you to look it
No,
up.
I'm
Let
saying
me finish.
I'm not going for it. I'm not going
What?
for it because
I didn't
the
finish. I was
people who
giving you
don't. A lot
examples.
of people say it. A lot of people say
Hmm.
it,
Right.
and they keep doing it, having the same bad habits, and they use it. Say, I'm doing it because I'm big bone, and I'm not going to get any smaller.
No, that's not where I was going though.
I'm saying that's why I
Yeah,
don't. That's don't. No, I'm not saying so. You're gonna
I
say
see your
that's
point.
why I don't go for it.
I
That's
see
why I
your
say why
point,
I don't
but
go for
let's
it.
be realistic and say that it is a thing. What I was making a point of
Hmm.
when it comes to the scenario that you
Appreciate it,
gave,
Chris. I know you like that, man.
when it goes to the the example that you gave,
Hmm.
Ellen Obese family,
Hmm.
what I was speaking on was genetics. I started off with the genetics and you went in. And I am very much fluffy, big boned. You know what I'm saying? You gotta breathe.
No, I don't agree. I'm gonna tell you
I
why.
said, why you breathing so hard?
Because I just looked it up, and here's what they say about big bone. Yes, being big bone is a real thing, but it's not a medical term. It means having larger bones, but not necessarily being fat. You can measure your wrist to see if you're a big bone. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with the whatever on your skin. It's your bones. bone structure. That's why I say it's bullshit.
And most big boned people are husky. Look it up. Look at the
You're not.
image.
I'm
Click
looking
image.
right at it.
Click images.
It's talking about.
Click the image and show me.
Okay, let me get it. I would show you. We can't put it in the
Click
damn
mirror.
thing.
Click. What is it called? Mirror your screen.
You said what?
Mirror your screen. Go to the
Oh,
A.
okay. Hold on. Let
Yeah,
me
mirror it.
hold on a second. Let me find an image. Hold on a second.
Don't pick the least thick one. Pick the thickest one. Let me
Okay.
see.
Let me see. Mirror my screen. Let me put this down. Oh, I gotta go back into my settings. Hold on a second. Mirror my screen. Man, I gotta go through all these damn settings. Man.
Anyway, no, that is the thing. But even still, before we prejudge that family, there could be some other things involved. And it could be a matter of genetics.
What's this mirror? No, I can't.
You just flipping your camera.
Yeah, no, I can't.
You we always got to go through this.
Look, oh, look, let me see if this is- Oh, that thing's bright.
Let me do it.
Yeah, you have to do it
You
yourself.
go to the next one. I'm gonna look up Big Bone.
But the point I'm making, dang, I can't do it. But the point I'm making about it is people use it as an excuse to not try to do anything about themselves. That's the ones I hear. That's the point I'm making. It's a thing, but I'm not going for that excuse because every person I come in contact with that uses that excuse, they say that's why they're not trying to get in. That's the one I'm trying to pick up. That's the one I'm trying to show up. The one with the
Body build.
but look at okay, yeah, look at it. But also tell me you can't trim some okay,
You can't trim some what?
look at the bone. Open the screen. No, I know. You're gonna prove my point. Open the picture up where the one scroll back up. Scroll back up. That one on the left. Now open it up and look at the bone structure and then look at what's around the bone. The
Mhm.
bone's not really so big compared to the person's body, the body fat and skin and everything. Look at it. Look at it.
I'm looking at it.
You looking at the brown part. That's not bone structure.
No, I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at the build of the person.
The build of the person.
Is what?
But look at the
What's the
bones.
difference?
Look at the bones.
I'm looking at the bone, but look at the build of the
The
person.
build
What is
of
the
the person.
build of the person?
But look what's built around the person, around the bones. That's what I'm saying. Look what's built around the person.
Okay, right. And I'm
The
looking.
bones are not really that big.
Okay, but what is the build of the person?
The person's big, but that's it.
All
But
right.
you gonna tell me the person can use that excuse why they can't trim
No,
themselves down?
no, I didn't say that. That's
That's
not
the
what I
point
said.
I'm making,
No,
Coco.
and I agree with you, but
Don't.
I do. I'm explaining. When I said big bone, you was like, no, fuck that.
I'm not. I said no. I'm not going for that. I'm
I
not
didn't
going
say
for
that.
that.
No, no, but we cannot negate that. When I'm okay, so you gave me a scenario, right?
Mhm.
400 pound, 400 pound offspring,
Say it again.
children, right?
Say it again.
So you said two 400 pound people together have children. Everybody is obese or presents obese,
Yeah.
right? What I said was, okay, let's have the conversation. And I said it could be something of genetics.
Mm-hmm.
I said there is a such thing as big bone, and you was like, hold up, hold up, hold up.
Yep. Because I ain't going for it. I'm not going. The reason I'm not going for it, Coco, is not because it don't exist. I'm not going for it because people use that excuse so they don't have to try to get themselves straight.
Okay.
If you got that issue, okay, but don't say the reason I'm not doing it is because I'm big bone. That's
Oh
it.
no, no, no. I agree with
That's
you.
the point I'm making. Don't use that excuse for you not to try, not to put the effort in.
No, I'm not saying don't try. But however, what I'm saying is before we assume a person is not trying or before we prejudge people,
I'm
a
trying to
lot
get
of
extreme.
times there are ailments
Yeah, oh
involved
yeah, yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
can prevent a person from doing so. And we don't know what that is before we just legitimately assume. Now, these people on my what is it, 500 pound life or whatever, that's
It's
just
not
having
bad
these
for them, man.
like
I
bad
really,
living habits, that's one thing. But we as a society assume that obese people are lazy or incapable. What
I
I'm
feel
saying
bad for
is
them, man.
there are
I
some
really do.
very active,
Yeah,
heavy people,
yeah,
and there are some really unactive, unhealthy, small people.
yeah. You know what? The people on my 600 pound, like, I sincerely feel bad for them. I can't even watch that show, man, because I feel real bad. I real feel. I mean, because I know they really want to lose that weight, man. And you
Mhm.
know, I hate people that use them as comedy. I really do, man. I can't stand. What up, niece? Yeah, I cannot watch that show because I feel real bad for them. I
And I
wish they
think
can
that's
get in
where I was
there.
going.
Yeah, I
Like
wish someone can just help
with
them lose
children, I
that
think
weight.
children should be off limits when it comes to
Yeah,
the lazy jokes and all of those things. Because a
yeah.
lot
I
of
don't. Yeah,
times, some of
I
these
don't sit down
kids
with that.
who we see, it could be, like I said, genetics, it could be other things going on. And if that child is still being a child, allow them to be a kid. You don't know what that parent is doing or anything like that. And I feel like a lot of times we get these people behind these keyboards
Yeah.
that want to bully and do whatever, but look worse. Or, you know,
I
and
think
I
me
think
and you talked about
let's
that.
honestly be keep it about. Everybody is not health geeks.
Yeah,
Everybody is not, but some people
I'm big.
know what to do to be healthy. So that doesn't mean exercise. Some people are just small. Some people are muscular naturally.
You know what? Me and my niece was talking about that, and I know we gotta go to the break. But me and my niece was talking about that the other day about a certain
Oh
comedian.
shit.
Um, I'm gonna talk. I don't want to say it on this. I'm gonna talk to you about it because
I,
I
but
don't
let's
want to
not
put.
go to break. Because
Yeah,
we like,
I don't. I want to put it out there like that. But yeah. Let's go to the
okay.
break. We'll be
So
back. Huh?
you said what happened? 4 minutes. Okay, break gonna be 4 minutes if you on Facebook or YouTube. It's gonna disappear for 4 minutes. Go to the next video in 4 minutes. Don't click this one. If you're on hand radio or hand TV, enjoy the commercial break. We will be back because we're gonna talk about men and women and what y'all need to be doing.